Alright, next up on the docket is Patrikb42 versus SkyMix. We're in the first match of this round, and we're going for... Both are random. Looks like we have... Oh my gosh, it's another Air Force Super Weapons General matchup. These are so exciting for me. Kind of crazy with how these work. Because you can see it both ways. And the way I really mean by that is... In the early game, Air Force General wants to go Air Force. Makes sense. King Raptors, Stealth Comanche, totally makes sense. The thing is, even if the Super Weapon General doesn't go Air Force early, Super Weapon General will go Air Force late game with the Aurora Alphas. So it's kind of neat because both are really going to dibble-dabble in each other's business, regardless of whether they really want to or not. So that makes it really interesting, to me anyway. Let's see, this is Patrick. If he rushes Air Force immediately and tries to get a leg up on Sky, wonderful. But, Sky goes heavy ground, that really adds for a lot of stuff. So, beacon placed, add, I'm dead. Man, so many people are doubting their own ability. They just need to get to it. Alright, anyway. Let's not worry about that too much. Seeing how these guys set up their infrastructure straight out is going to make the most. Okay, so this is a general United States tactic. This is not specific to the Air Force. He's taking a Chinook, filling it full of troops, sending it over. It's a quick rush tactic. It's going to really punch a hole into Sky's backbone, regardless, because I don't see any real defensive countermeasures against that. Then there's, of course, these little civilian structures here. If he caps that, gives him even more defense. Yeah, realistically, that's really going to make a difference here. And that's without even using Air Force. So, realistically, the Chinook is a part of every United States repertoire. So, it's not really even utilizing Air Force abilities at this point. So, Patrick is already putting on a good amount of heat in Sky. Patrick is also doing a good amount of work expanding. Not seeing a whole lot of anything else, so this is really the focal point right here. Patrick keeping one guy out to laser lock is going to do damage much faster because of the laser lock, but also since he's keeping it out, he can also maneuver around a bit. Good work on Sky that actually saved his dozer. Flashbangs are gonna... Yep, there it is. That totally changes the game right here. Now Sky is a lot less vulnerable to infantry, but it doesn't mean he's out of the thicket yet. Oh, Sky, good work on that. Saved his dozer. That's $1,000 right there. And his Chinook got out alive. So, this has been touchy for sure. But a little bit of work and a lot of maneuvering, and I'm very confident this is still an even game. Patrick now switching over to his war factory, building his airfield. A lot of good factory production infrastructure starting to come online. Sky took that couple of hits, and he's doing all right. Coming back, he's got his supplies fully maxed out with 2 Chinooks. No big deal there. It's capturing the oil and stuff that's going to take the economy to the next level. That's what I really want to pay attention to. Sky has his Fun V, Humdrum V, whatever you want to call it. I didn't notice what he put inside of it, so we're going to see what's going on. Yep, that's bad news. Yep. Okay, so Sky did a little bit of scouting. He at least has a better idea of what's going on. Sky can go really any way right now. His War Factory looks like he's going to go Humvee. Humvee really, again, the staple of the United States when using non-tank tactics, and heck, even when using tanks, Humvees are pretty ridiculous. Alright, this is a combat Chinook. It has a fire port, so that means the infantry inside are going to be able to fire out of it. He'll get that King Raptor. There you go. That was a lot of money just got flushed down, but of course this Humvee's not going to last for too long either. Still good harassment out of Sky. Man, this has been pretty heated either way. Since Sky is the super weapon general, yep, there we go. There's our first Avenger. I don't know if he gets Avengers early. I thought you needed the Strat Center for an Avenger, but either way, That's going to add a lot to his defensive repertoire. And Patrick sees what's what. That Humvee's going out again. Yep. So this is getting a little particular here. Oh, Sky's got a nice run over here. If he can take out... Oh, toe rockets would be amazing right about now. But he's keeping Patrick on his toes. That's something that Sky's known for. Good for his hit-run tactics. Keeping the enemy busy even if he doesn't have the full attack ready to go. That's important in this skirmish, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is going to be pretty interesting. I kind of want to see how this pans out right here. Those Avengers need some better positioning. Oh, man, he just totally neutered a bunch of this economy over here for Sky. And Patrick is going to do a little more maneuvering with that combat Chinook. I'm still not seeing Patrick take the oil, but Sky did, so that gives him a very nice economic boost. He's going to need it because this combat Chinook right here is probably going to rain heck on him. Yeah, Chinooks do have a substantial amount of hit points or armor or whatever it actually pans out to. But they've got a solid amount of durability about them. Okay, Sky is prepping for a Humvee rush. Which is good. He needs all of those Avengers to shut down the King Raptors and everything else that's going to come with. Now, because of the King Raptors countermeasures, building EMP Patriots might not pan out all that great. Again, the countermeasures are really freaking good on those aircraft. I'm seeing a strat center from Patrick. I'm hoping to see Sky get a little bit more in the tech-up tree, but Sky has to really worry about his economy right now. Okay, King Raptors are coming in. Oh, he only got one. Each only got one. That's almost fair trade. I think King Raptors are 1,100 and Chinooks are 1,200. I think. Could be wrong on that. I believe regular Raptors are 1,400. Alright, so Patrick is working on an assault of his own. Sky hopefully has a good idea of what's going on. Sky has kept his command center. So hopefully he's gotten out a couple of spy drones to kind of figure out what's going on with that. Okay, Sky looks like he's moving some infantry in an attempt to go get the other oil. If Sky didn't know now, he's probably... Or if he didn't know before, he's fully aware now what Patrick's up to. Patrick is just now capping that oil. So, I still think... Well, Sky might be a little bit behind because of the messed up Chinooks. But still to point. Oh, that dozer's gotta go. Okay, this is going to be micromanagement crazy. Search and destroy has just been initiated. How was that dozer repair? Oh, yeah, the ambulance. I was like, the heck? And looks like Sky was only able to get one King Raptor. Now, the thing with this map, the reason why this was chosen for the tournament is it's a wide enough berth that if somebody truly wanted to turtle down, make the mega base that they want, they could. There's plenty of terrain. There's a lot of civilian structures in the middle to halt the land progress. That's an option. There's also, in that regard, plenty of options to build super weapons. In addition, it takes a little more time to rush considering how big the difference is in the length from here to there, so to speak. I'm kind of rambling a little. How long it would take to get from one base to another or whatever. Okay, there's got to be some good micromanage with this EMP to get the job done. Target each unit individually right now or that's going to fall. Yeah. You got to micromanage the EMP Patriots to really get the true value of them. So anyway, map is nice and wide. There's plenty of room. If you want to bunker, you can bunker. There's plenty of defensive opportunities, and would kind of reduce the rushing from someone just starting right next to someone else. So that's why I chose this one, as opposed to Tournament Desert. Gotta remember to evac those Humvees. That's what gets it. That Avenger got overwhelmed pretty hard. Avengers are awesome, and they're powerful, but they can be overwhelmed. You just gotta be super careful about those. Laser lock. That looked good for a second there. There you go. Oh, so close. And the carpet bomb, because of Air Force General, kind of sealed the deal over there. Yep, Patrick had this one completely figured out. And I'm really hoping to see a strong reprisal from Sky as well. Oh, General Burton. Colonel Burton? Oh my gosh, I called him King, General, Colonel. I don't care his rank. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Yeah, he does the damage. I still don't like him. There's going to be some really interesting give-take here. Micromanagement is what's going to win today. Dang. Just dang. Tough fight, tough fight. Now the problem is, considering how long it's taking for Sky to get Patrick out of his base, this is more time Patrick has to prepare. So there we go. Regular Aurora bombers. Yep. And unfortunately, I think that's going to seal the deal for Sky. Yep. Solid. Yeah, the super weapon versus the Air Force General has been a really interesting matchup. And we're going to see the reversal of it right now. I'm really hoping to see a lot of assault from Sky. And yeah, Patrick just had the economic hand over there, considering he didn't have to screw around with getting his stuff attacked. But still, kudos to Sky. Really held himself. I'm really happy about that. HD. Okay, yep, wrong game. That's fine. HD was supposed to play earlier in the tournament, but we ran into some snags and they weren't able to get connected. So that's kind of where it's at. Okay, Air Super. That's great. Alright, let's ready up. Let's do this thing. Very good. So, Sky is Air Force and Patrick is Super Weapon. Definitely interesting matches as far as I'm concerned. Air Force does have a serious leg up, considering they have the carpet bomb ability. They've got a lot of stuff going for them that makes them very, very potent in the early game. Even in the mid game as well. But stealth or super weapon general with the Aurora Alpha bombers and some of the other tech stuff. Patrick getting stuff set up here. It looks like a Humvee rush. Let's see here. Sky. Yep, getting his economy set up. Good moves, good moves. That's really what allowed him to last as long as he did in the previous match. Was he had a very strong economy. He got the oil derricks pretty quick. Quicker than Patrick, certainly, and that's kind of what counts. If it's not setting up other stuff, having that strong economy allows you a lot of options. But, of course, if you're more of a rush player, how much can you really give to that? Barracks is coming up. Airport right away for Sky. Nicely done. And Patrick is doing the same thing he did last game. I'm really hoping Sky is going to be prepared. I'm not seeing a lot of preparation. So we're going to see a lot of the same. I don't see any real structures that'd be helpful for him to garrison. Maybe that one. But yeah, we're going to see this same kind of push right here. Now, Sky is Air Force, so he's going to be able to shut down a lot of these missiles. Oh, he's going the dozer trick. Laser lock, yep, he's going to overwhelm those Chinooks. Okay, good move on Sky. He's shutting down the dozer, and then the Chinook, and then, of course, it only makes sense to sell off that Patriot site. Okay, bit of an economic disruption. Hopefully, Sky's going to cap those oil derricks and try to bounce back. But, good push on Patrick's behalf. Patrick did save his Chinook. He did. Okay. Shouldn't take long for Sky to bounce back economically and at least get back on track. I'm seeing 2 King Raptors. Excellent. Hopefully, Sky's going to start picking off the Chinooks. That's going to give him a severe economic advantage. But we'll see what happens here. Dozer, excellent choice. That's 1,000. There you go. That just right there turned the whole match around. I don't know what was in there. There might have been troops in there. But that dozer was $1,000. That King Raptor darn near just paid for itself. Absolutely hands down. That was a good shot. If you don't know what to hit and you're just exploring or whatever, I'm not too sure who sees what and how much they see. Like, in other games like Command & Conquer 3, if you click on a faction, you can see literally what they see. But I can't see that, so... Couple more of these fighter runs and he'll be able to really, really soften up the economy here or whatever he's aiming for. Another dozer strike, that's another $1,000. It's just paying for itself hand over fist. Oh, War Factory almost got it. Man, Patrick was good with that laser lock. And you can see the missiles eventually give up. Okay, Sky has now a full Air Force. Looks like he's moving over some troops to get the oil. I want to see more out of Patrick, a little more defense against Air Force, clearly. But I also want to see... Okay, there we go, some Avengers. I kind of want to see also an answer against Sky. He's not got a lot of money. Yep, it just takes 1 King Raptor strike just like that. And there's the missiles again. Countermeasures, yeah. Missiles alone won't do it. Quad cannons, Avengers, Gatling tanks, stuff like that is far more tuned to counter those American countermeasures. Alright, Patrick is heading over to the oil. That's good to see. Oddly enough, Sky is doing the same thing at almost the same time. And there goes the War Factory. This is pretty much going to... Oh, and Patrick did get one. Holy crap. Close stuff here. Yeah, those oil derricks and the finder's fee you get from them, bit of an investment, a little bit of time for it to get going, but worth every single second of it. It's just that initial investment that really, really cuts it. Yep, Patrick is capping. Is Sky capping? Not quite. Okay. He must not have the research or whatever. Thank goodness War Factories don't take very long to come up. Patrick is right back on. A couple more Avengers and he might have some comprehensive aircraft defense. These guys both being United States, they probably know exactly what each of them are up to. So it's going to be a little tricky. And Patrick was not able to shut down that Raptor before it reached its target. Oh, or before it left. Ouch. Okay. Yep, this is precisely what you do with King Raptors. This is what they're designed for. Just the hit-run tactic and also just getting some solid damage done. Now, I'm seeing some yellow here. I think Patrick was hoping that Sky didn't have anything left around here. Considering how ineffective rockets are against infantry, he might be able to get a laser lock on one of these guys. But Sky does have countermeasures, so we're just going to have to see what's happening. Yep, there's a laser lock. Laser lock, I don't think beats out the countermeasures. And it doesn't matter. Okay, good time to diversify. Sky's built up a war factory. He's got a lot of Air Force coming out. And that... Yep, you need 3, and he sent 3. That's just enough to overwhelm an Avenger. 2 King Raptors can't do it. You definitely need 3. And it's not a damage thing so much. It's a how much missile is fired to how much missile is countered. That's the bigger thing. Patrick is still holding his own, getting everything fired back up. Oil is capped. Sky still has not capped his oil. Again, the oil, since there's 2 of them, that's really keeping Patrick in the game. Even if it's just 1, it's definitely something to look for. Absolutely, on every one of these maps. Gosh, that just looks freaking majestic, doesn't it? Patrick is going to need a lot of anti-air in order to quell that attack. And I'm going to guess Sky is going to go after Patrick's oil. And Patrick is responding in kind by moving his Avengers. 1. Ouch, he only got 1 out of that and he lost both his oils. This puts Patrick all the way back down to supply. Patrick is doing the exact same thing Sky did last round, taking his 2 infantry and hoping that the other oil isn't capped. At least I'm guessing that's what's going on. With the infantry moving like this and their 2 rangers, there's not really too much else you could think of what's going to happen with these guys. And another airstrike coming in. Oh, the carpet bomb. That took out 3 Avengers. I don't know how Patrick is going to come off of this. And King Raptors are coming in. Didn't finish the War Factory. He needed 3 and that Avenger shut 1 down. Shut down the airfield. Yep. King Raptors are fast, agile. They can protect themselves pretty darn well. Great for territory control. However, Patrick looks like he's kicking back a little bit from Sky, so that's good to see. Sky's employing the United States standard, the Humvee rush, or, you know, rush is, it's late to say rush. How long has this match been? Like 15 minutes or something? Sky's enacted search and destroy strategy. Makes sense. All his units get, I think, 20% more range. So that's actually pretty darn potent. Okay, Sky has capped the oil. Looks like Patrick is kind of going to give this one more shot here. He's starting to run low on resources here. So if he can catch Sky without knowing what's up, Sky has 8 10s. That's probably going to hit the War Factory. I don't think 1 8-10 takes out a War Factory. Yeah. 2 will. 1, I didn't think so. Alright, and Sky kind of trounced Patrick's assault there. Yeah, uneven, certainly so. Jeez. Oh boy.
You have been defeated.
Okay, and I've rolled my dice, and the number I got was 9, so we're going to count 9 down the list. I had the list, I don't know where the crap I put it in between matches that says what's what when I'm counting down and whatever. So we're just going to go through. I'm going to let them know who they ought to be, and we're just going to go from there. So this is the tiebreaker match, the mirror match. So they're both going to be the exact same general as we've seen before. Wow, this screen, am I right? Okay. So now hopefully getting these 2 guys on even footing will make this a little more balanced. Okay, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. China nuke. Okay. So, doesn't matter where they start. They're both familiar with the map now, having played 2 matches. And that's really all there is to it. China nuke. This is going to be... I'm going to put my money down and I'm going to say someone is going to be Helix rushing. Someone's going to do it. I know... I want to say with confidence Sky is going to do it. And considering Patrick has been very, very heavy with the aircraft and the Air Force and the stuff like that, I'm going to also assume that Patrick is going to do it. But we'll see. This isn't infantry general, so they don't get any really big bonuses. Sky sold his command center, and Patrick has sold his as well. Now, the reason why they wait for that, if you didn't know, is because by short game rules were first enacted in Command & Conquer 2, Tiberium's Sun. The way it works is you have to have at least one non-defensive structure alive. If you don't, you lose. End of story. It doesn't matter how many constructors you have or whatever, and that's it. You're done. So it's called a short game, and those rules were pushed forward in like Red Alert 2, Red Alert 3, Command & Conquer 3, stuff like that. So that was pushed up all the way. So they build a structure, and as long as they put down the blueprints for it, they're fine. But usually they'll wait until they have their power plant built, and then they'll sell the command center. Again, it gives them another $1,000. Which is ideal for rushing. So Patrick is already tapped out. He's got, what is this, a barracks? Sky, let's take a gander up here, hoping some economic growth here. He's tapped out as well. So we've got, what? Supply, barracks. Okay, get that barracks close. Alright, we're already seeing some tank movement. And you've seen this before in the other matches for this tournament, and here is the counter nuke Battlemaster. These things, you can tell them very simply. They've got the white tip at the end of the barrel. That's a very easy way to tell. You can see it. It's very pronounced. If you see the regular Battlemasters, you'll see it. Nuke Battlemasters move faster. They deal more damage. They're explosively, violently angry. You guys are just going to pass each other in the wind? That's adorable. This is going to be really interesting to see how this all pans out. Listening outpost for Sky. Put Patrick down, but Sky also lost a dozer, so, you know, it's not an even give there. Looks like Sky is going right for Patrick's economy. Yep, that fallout is actually what did that kill. Okay, Sky's gonna sit there or whatever. Patrick is already moving over to the derricks, as is Sky. That's good to see. Alright, there we go. He's starting getting on the move. Now, these Battlemasters are pretty snappy fast, which is a good thing. Makes him a lot more responsive as a quicker unit on the field. Now, I'm guessing he's going right for the other economy. Indeed, he is. I'm not seeing a lot of red dots from Patrick's side. So it looks like swarming the field with Battlemasters. And even if he doesn't blow up the trucks, slowing them down is really what's paying off. Yep, and there's Patrick with the Helix. I knew there'd be something. There you go. That's the thing. That's the nuclear fallout. These tanks are technically insanely unstable, considering they will go nuclear over nothing. And there you go. The fallout took the kill there for the truck. Sky's doing a pretty solid job with this micro. Yep, that Helix could get some serious work done. This listening outpost might be a problem, though. There you go. That helped. I'm not too sure what it's picking up or dropping off or whatever. But Sky's got a good amount of military here. Yep, and Sky's shutting down Patrick anywhere he can. And there you go. That was a really good example of the little mini nuke that comes out of the Battle Masters. Did some solid damage to that Gatling tank, even after death. Okay, Patrick's got to get his economy game back on, or Sky's just going to beat him out in the money war. Well, Patrick's got some cash. 2 Battle Masters would clear this out. Oh, I didn't see that other Battle Master. Alright, Sky is trying to micro a bit here, spread out a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing any money coming out of Patrick. I'm getting kind of worried here. And Patrick did a pretty solid job taking out those Gats. And Patrick is relocating base. And it looks like Sky noticed him. Or if he didn't, darn close. Yep, there you go. 1 Battle Master. Battle Master will take out the Gatling without that much of an issue. Yep, that Dragon Tank is going to make very quick work of that War Factory. I think I really like the Helix as an idea. Like, now he's got no problem to deal with these tanks. He could actually get a lot of good work done. I don't know why it keeps landing. Okay, that makes sense why it lands. Anyway, Patrick's got to get over here and do some quick work if he's going to stand tall. And his other dozer was noticed. Patrick is kind of tapped out for funds right now. Not really much that can be done. And it looks like Patrick is out of production vehicles. So no more dozers. Yeah, that was his last dozer right there. Patrick does have a way to make money and a way to make units. No vehicles, however. So that makes that difficult. Yep, and unfortunately this looks like this is going to be the end of the Helix. The Gatling tank, yep. And there we go. Alright, Sky is victorious. Dang!
You have been defeated.
That was interesting to see really both these players use the Air Force General to the best of their abilities. And now this with the Nuke General. That means Sky moves on to the next round. Whew. Good stuff. Good game. Good matches. I do want to see the specs. I want to see the win-loss. I should be taking more time on that screen if I'm honest. But still to point. I think you guys get the idea. So, once this comes off and goes in, that sort of a thing. I hope you've been enjoying this tournament. This is like the 3rd, 4th to last match or whatever. Seen some good stuff out of some solid players today, and that's for absolutely sure. So, I'll catch you next episode.